Hello there, my name is Mark Luffman and I'm the owner of BAE Audio and UK Sound.
And hi, I'm Colin Liebig. I take care of sales and marketing. Here in the shop we have the guys, we have Brian and Bill. They're here testing gear, and they're the guys who really put your gear together, make sure it's tested, and make sure by the time it arrives to your door, it's working, trouble-free, and sounds amazing. Well, in shipping, we have who we like to call Master Kenobi. He's responsible for getting your stuff, as he puts it, all over the world. And folks, when it comes to admin and accounting, Hani Luffman's here to take care of all your needs.
Yes.
Thanks, Hani. Probably one of the most important or best aspects of BAE is the president of the company is actually sitting at his desk testing gear and putting gear together. And this is really important. I mean, what other company do you have the president sitting down actually doing the work? I love that aspect about BAE. This is a total family-run organization.
I started working for a company called Brent Averill Enterprises in the year 2000. And we were known for racking up vintage Neve and API gear. The brokers wanted to charge astronomical amounts, and so we thought, why don't we try and source these parts and see if we can, you know, bring this 1073 module back to life. We went back to my homeland of England, got Carnhill St Ives transformers, Elmer switches from Switzerland, and Canford wire from Canford in the UK. And we built it in such a way that it was indistinguishable from a Rupert Neve 1970 to 1975 1073 module.
And another important part, I think, is that at the time, nobody was making Neve modules. This was abandoned technology. This was a needed module because the studios in Los Angeles and New York and wherever else needed modules to put in their desks, and modules they could really rely on and have the same quality that they had with their original Neve modules. The parts are literally still to the 19-inch rack mounts. You can swap our parts with original Neve parts from the original modules. Super important, because this is what makes them unique and sound like the originals.
It's as if, you know, we went back to 1970 and after lunch with Rupert, we built a module and, you know, you plug it in, it's going to sound the same. So a brief history of the 1073 transformer. So initially, Rupert Neve used St Ives. They couldn't keep up with production, so they went to Marinair, so they gave them the exact same specs. All that's different is the bobbin, you know, is the outer case. Marinair, they couldn't keep up with production, they went bust. And so it became St Ives Carnhill. It was still producing these when we contacted them. And so when I went to visit 15 years ago, they showed me the original machines that, you know, wound them for Rupert Neve. There was actually a couple of girls that were still there from the Rupert days, and it drives me mad because people say, oh, the blue one's not as good as the green one. And I almost want to go on and say, well, what about the black one? Does that sound as good as the silver one? People just argue about nonsense because all that is the same. And so you've got the history from 1970 right up to present day. I mean, this is probably from a few years ago, but even these mu metal, it's the same internal windings, just a different can. And so if you want to build an authentic 1073, you have to use the authentic transformers. And in 2020, the only company that is building an authentic 1073 transformer is Carnhill St Ives. End of. Anyone can reverse engineer anything and have it built wherever they want it built and market it, but you know, we like to think that we have the integrity of not just building the things first, but building it the correct way. But just if you needed a little bit more of an endorsement, you've got to check out our artist wall And all our artists are paying customers. We don't give free gear away.
We have Jack Johnson, we have Jack Douglas, we have Beck, we have Slash, we have Stuart Copeland, Mick Fleetwood, Shank Eladay, Bootsy Collins, Robert Scatty, Velvet Revolve, Eddie Mustaine, Stuart Rowe, Del Madonna Day, Odo.
I mean, these are people who kind of know recording gear, so yeah, check it out.
You know, in closing, I'd like to point out that all our products are available on the Sweetwater website. Sweetwater has been a great partner to us, and because of a few things. Mainly, the sales engineer can answer your questions. But when it comes to, you know, professionalism, know-how, and people who have just a great knowledge of our products, Sweetwater can be there for you. So if you have any doubts in the least bit, just get onto your Sweetwater SE and make it happen.